It's truly difficult to explain to a 5, 6, or even 7-year-old what's happening, especially when she's so doting on the children and particularly fascinated by Charlotte. Something unexpected has occurred within the royal family, and it all revolves around Princess Charlotte. At just 9 years old, she has astonished everyone with such a powerful transformation that even her parents, Kate Middleton and Prince William, were brought to tears because they simply didn't see it coming. But what exactly triggered this change in Princess Charlotte, and how do Kate and William plan to navigate it? Join us as we delve into the emotional journey behind Princess Charlotte's surprising transformation. Princess Charlotte has undergone remarkable changes, and those closest to the royal family have certainly noticed. According to sources, it began with her movements, how she held her head a bit higher and appeared more attuned to the world around her. It was as if Charlotte had quietly turned a corner, stepping into a new version of herself, one her parents weren't entirely prepared for. To fully grasp this change and why the media is making such a fuss, we must first explore Charlotte's relationships within the British royal circle, starting, of course, with her father. What you are about to discover will alter everything you thought you knew about Charlotte and her father. Insiders reveal that Prince William has a special nickname for Princess Charlotte, Mignonette. It's a soft, sweet French term, the kind of name reserved for private family moments, not public declarations. That small name speaks volumes about their bond. He sees her not merely as a royal or even just a daughter, but as someone who holds a uniquely cherished place in his life. It's more than just a cute word. It's brimming with love and offers a clue that William's connection to Charlotte has always transcended duty or expectation. If you look beyond the grand public events and headlines, it's the quiet, ordinary moments that truly reveal their closeness. Like when William adjusts Charlotte's hair during a ceremony or gives her a reassuring glance amidst a sea of cameras. These aren't staged. These small gestures speak volumes. They show a father who is completely present and a daughter who trusts him in an unspoken yet deeply real way. These little moments explain their bond far better than any official photo ever could. People truly started to take notice when Charlotte gave that heartfelt wave at a major event. It was smooth, confident, and perfectly poised. For a brief moment, it didn't feel like a child mimicking adult behavior. It felt natural, as if she'd done it 100 times before. That small wave made the world pause and wonder, was this the same shy girl we saw not long ago? Then came the Chelsea flower show. Charlotte didn't remain hidden behind her parents. She stepped forward. She engaged with adults, asked questions, and even shared her opinions, and none of it felt rehearsed. She appeared genuinely curious and completely at ease, as if she truly belonged there. William and Kate watched her, and for the first time, they didn't seem to be guiding her. They looked like they were seeing her in an entirely new light. Something had changed. Kate paused, almost as if she were trying to catch up to this new version of her daughter. It wasn't about her clothes or her posture. It was her energy. Charlotte wasn't acting grown-up. She had simply become more aware, more grounded. Kate was witnessing it in real time, just as the public was. One moment Charlotte was clinging to her mom's hand. The next she was standing her ground, smiling and owning her space. For William, the realization was emotional. It struck him during a particular event where Charlotte spoke with ease and moved with purpose. He wasn't expecting to feel so overwhelmed, but it was written all over his face. His little girl, the one he still called Mignonette at home, wasn't little anymore. She had grown, not just in height or age, but in spirit. That hit hard. It caught him off guard in the middle of the spotlight, and for a second, you could see the tears threatening to spill. There was no grand announcement, no sudden change of title, but somewhere along the way, Charlotte crossed an invisible yet very real line. She transitioned from being the cute royal kid to someone with her own distinct presence. She possessed poise, a sense of when to speak and when to remain silent, and a calmness that most adults would envy. Asterisk, spending years trying to develop that shift wasn't taught. It was something inside her that began to bloom, and everyone could see it. But her parents weren't the only ones shocked by her amazing transformation. Fans noticed, royal watchers, journalists, and even casual followers of the family began to talk. They saw it in how Charlotte walked ahead at public outings and how she looked out into crowds without flinching. There was a new light in her that couldn't be staged, and it wasn't just about looking confident. She was confident. People started to realize that Charlotte wasn't just tagging along anymore. But this moment wasn't the end of anything. It was the beginning. Her transformation was still unfolding. What the world saw was just the first hint of something bigger. A new role, a stronger voice, a presence that would only continue to grow. But the question is, what is the secret behind Charlotte's sudden change? Keep watching to find out what is behind Princess Charlotte's growth. Princess, Charlotte's change didn't just happen by accident. Behind every graceful wave, there's been a quiet force guiding her journey. That force is her mother, Kate Middleton. Kate has never been loud or flashy about how she raises her children, but her influence runs deep. You won't always see it in the headlines or the official photos, but it's there in the way Charlotte carries herself, in the calm confidence she now shows so naturally. Kate's approach to parenting has always focused on the quiet moments. It's never about giving long royal lectures or making everything a lesson. Instead, it's about showing up, being present, and planting seeds during the little everyday interactions that matter more than most people realize. People close to the family admit that she builds confidence through consistency, not by pushing but by gently guiding from the background. Think about those simple school drop-offs. To an outsider, they might look routine, but for Kate, those are key moments. Royal watchers believe that Kate uses them to reassure, to connect, to build a little more strength into her daughter before the day begins. Maybe it's a quick hug, a whisper of encouragement, or just a warm smile that says everything's going to be okay. That's the kind of parenting that sticks. It doesn't shout, it whispers, but its effects are lasting. There was one moment during Wimbledon that showed the kind of mother Kate is. Charlotte was sitting in the stands beside her, surrounded by crowds and cameras. In the middle of it all, Kate reached over and gently tucked a loose strand of Charlotte's hair behind her ear. It was a small act, easy to miss, but that simple gesture gave Charlotte a little jolt of calm, a quiet push to sit a bit taller and feel more settled. That's the kind of silent support Kate gives. She doesn't have to say anything. Charlotte just knows she's not alone. Kate also avoids putting too many royal rules on her daughter. She's not trying to shape her into someone stiff or scripted. Instead, she gives her space to understand her role without being trapped by it. Charlotte is learning what it means to be part of the royal family, but she's also learning how to be her own person. Kate prepares her without weighing her down. That difference matters, and you can see it in the way Charlotte behaves. That is not all. Charlotte doesn't act like someone trained to live royally. She comes across as genuine. Her smiles are real, not rehearsed. Her reactions feel like they come from a place of comfort, not pressure. That authenticity doesn't just happen. It's a direct result of being raised in a way that allows her to breathe, to speak, to grow without fear of messing up. That's the magic in Kate's method. She's not raising a performer. She's raising a person. Family has always been Kate's starting point. Before the royal duties and before the public appearances, she puts family first. That belief runs through everything she does, and it's become the foundation Charlotte stands on. Charlotte behaves like someone who knows she's loved deeply, not because of her title, but because of who she is. That kind of love gives her the freedom to explore the world without fear. It gives her the confidence to speak up and the courage to step forward. That sense of emotional safety doesn't appear overnight. Kate has built it with care, moment by moment. Kate has also managed to walk the line between tradition and real life in a way that's rarely been done before in royal parenting. For instance, while Charlotte has learned how to curtsy and behave at formal events, she's also allowed to run around barefoot in the grass or get her hands dirty playing with her brothers. Kate doesn't treat these things as opposites. To her, they're both important. Charlotte is being taught how to navigate real life, but she's also gained the full experience of childhood. That blend is rare, and it's one of the reasons she's growing up with such balance. Asterisk, there was another moment that said a lot without using any words. During Queen Elizabeth's funeral, as Charlotte stood quietly, Kate placed her hand gently on her daughter's back. Royal family watchers believed that the touch was more than comfort. It was strength being passed down. Charlotte didn't need to look up or ask for help. She felt it. Her mother was right there, steady and calm, giving her exactly what she needed in a tough moment. These are the details that define Prince William and Kate Middleton as Charlotte's parents: soft gestures, silent support, and deep understanding. When you put all these pieces together, it becomes clear that Kate's approach is shifting the way the world sees royal parenting. She and William aren't following the rigid paths of the past. They're doing something new. They're raising their children with empathy, respect, and a real understanding of what childhood should feel like. They're not just preparing future leaders. They're raising good people, and that's changing everything. But that is not the most interesting part. We are about to reveal something baffling about Charlotte's relationship with her siblings. What you are about to see will surprise you. Stick around. Princess Charlotte has found a role that's quietly powerful within the palace. Though she's the middle child, she doesn't fade into the background. If anything, she seems to have a natural pull that even her older brother responds to. There's something about the way she carries herself that makes it clear Charlotte is no longer just a little sister. She's the quiet commander who knows when to speak, when to comfort, and when to lead her siblings without needing to announce it. Take Louis, for instance. That kid has energy for days. He's all giggles, funny faces, and doing his own thing. But then Charlotte steps in, and suddenly he chills. It's like she has this invisible remote control, and when she clicks it, he just dials it down. No yelling, no drama, just a little whisper or even a glance, and boom, Louis is listening. It's kind of amazing, honestly. And the way he copies her? It's so sweet, but it also says a lot. If Charlotte crosses her legs, Louis does it too. If she waves a certain way, he follows. If she's calm, he's calm. It's not just cute. It shows how much he looks up to her. She's like his built-in compass. He watches her for clues on what to do next. Now, you'd think George, being older, and the future king and all, would be the one everyone else follows. But nah, according to media reports, he watches her too. Not in a big dramatic way. It's subtle. Maybe it's the way she handles pressure, or how she talks to people with this weird mix of confidence and kindness. Whatever it is, George notices. Sometimes he even falls into step with her, like he's saying, okay, yeah, Charlotte's got the vibe right today. It is actually kind of funny how she's turned into this little glue that keeps the whole sibling crew working smoothly. When Louis gets too loud, she brings balance. When George is a little unsure, she's right there.